Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Rabi Oba. Guess what? I sat down to start talking. I'm not with my microphone. And I went to get my microphone and realized that it was not charged. The battery is dead. Hopefully my voice will come clear, but if not, I apologize in advance. Who can do this? It's only me. Take me as I am. Now, let's get started. What do I have for you guys today? Very interesting topic. What are the unpopular degrees that are also high demand in the job market? We're always just entangled with the usual degree that we all know. And I think people just like to do things that they are familiar with. You've heard about business management, public health, social work. What are the other degrees? Engineering, law, and those are the traditional degrees that we all know. It's better to be safe than to be sorry. And these are the things we believe we have knowledge in. Probably some of us, our parents have experience in those fields as well. But there are so many other degrees that have high demand in the job market, and they are currently looking for people. It's high time because some of those areas that I've mentioned are highly saturated. It's even very difficult to get jobs into those kind of areas because everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody wants to do finance and management, business management. You want to study law, you want to be a doctor. Yeah, the doctor, the job is still there. But, they are not always the best jobs. That's what I want to tell you about these jobs. Before we get started, if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe. You have nothing to lose. This is my space where I speak to the soul, whether it's health, hustle, family, or the real issues we face every day. I will be sharing my honest takes as I always do. A little wisdom, maybe a few laughs. I'm not funny, but I think sometimes I can be funny. You might just have a little laugh depending on the topic. And perhaps even a little inspiration could go a long way. You never know, you might be inspired from what I have to share with you guys. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe and tell a friend to tell a friend. Now, let's go back to the topic. Few degrees that are unpopular, but they have high demand in the job market. The first one is actuarial science. How many of you have heard about that degree? I recently also found out about that degree, and the more I read about it, I realized that, this could be an area that a lot of people are not aware. And if you explore it or go and do your own research, then you will see that the job market is there. What makes it unpopular is the fact that it has loads of mathematics. If you're not good in maths, I don't think this is your area. It's your no-go-to area. But if you're good in maths, maybe this is something that you should look into and do your own research. Companies like insurance companies and finances and pension office are looking for workers like this. The second one is land and property management, and special focus on rural survey. What makes it unpopular is because it focuses on the rural area. A lot of people want to study a degree and you're looking forward to living in the city. If you're a city person like me, probably this will not be for you. But if not, you can look into this. The job is in high demand. They are looking for chartered surveyors, especially in land and estate management. You all know land property is still a hot cake. So look into this. The job is there and they pay well. Number 3 is audiology. A lot of people also, what makes it unpopular, some people don't even know that there is a job, is a profession called audiologist. Yes, it's a very, very specialized area, and the job is also in high demand. A lot of people don't go into those areas because sometimes people are not aware. Like I said, we just do what we all know. What your brother has studied, what your father has studied, or somebody in your family has studied, and while you are growing up, you already wanted to be a doctor. These are things that probably some of us will have never been exposed to or don't even know that they exist. But if you live especially in the UK, this is in high demand. Private sectors, NHS, they are looking for audiologists and Specsavers, companies that deal with eye test, ear testing and all that. They are looking for audiologists. It's just that, it's like I said, it's a very narrow pathway and a very specialized area. And most of the time, if you study audiology or you become an audiologist, there is not much room for, to divert. But otherwise, it is good and it pays well and the job is in the market. The next one is library and information science. So people perceive this degree as outdated, like library. Who goes to the library now? Stuff like that. But it's not outdated. because there is high demand in digital archiving, because archiving has gone digital, and the people that they are looking for in this kind of job are people who have studied library and information science. They are looking for people in data management and AI training data sets. You all know that AI have taken over the world. So this is also another area that you might want to explore, just so that you'll be unique, you will have your job, and your job will be guaranteed, because there's few people that will be fighting for this job with you. Go and do your own research and check some universities that are offering this course if this is something that you might want to go into. You can work for BBC Archives, the NHS, and NHS Digital, and universities. Universities are looking for people that have studied this degree. Why not look into this area? The next one also is marine engineering. Yes, when we are talking about engineering, most of the time we just focus on mechanical engineering, all this other engineering. Help me with the list. I can't remember all the engineering, all the specialist area in engineering. But this is also unpopular because it's highly specialized as well. You know, once you've done this degree, you are going to be working in the marine. And there is high job demand in global shipping and defense industries. Yes, so this degree is very, very crucial for that kind of job. Because sometimes they end up taking people in other areas just to like improvise. But when they see people that have done the actual degree for those kind of specific jobs that I'm just talking about here, you will get the job because the demand is there. You can work in the Royal Navy and any government officials as well. That has to do with the sea, the marine, shipping, and all those private industries as well, industrial estates that are doing import and exporting. So the job is there. And the last one, but not the least, is speech and language therapist. I think, again, what makes it unpopular is because the degree is a long process. You finish your university degree, then you have to do some other courses and other study, and it's a long process, but eventually you will get there. And when you get there, a high demand in that area. We're having kids now, so many kids being born with learning disability, with so many issues, some not necessarily having any diagnosis, but late in speaking and so many other stuff going on in their life. And it's like the numbers are increasing. The more we are having kids kids that are like that, the more especially schools are demanding for speech and language therapists. And NHS as well, they are looking for a lot of speech and language therapists. Schools, if you go to your council, in anywhere in the UK, you go to your council website where they advertise job, you will see a lot of SALT that they are looking for, because that's the short word for speech and language therapist, SALT. You will see a lot of job vacancies. They're looking for SALTs. If you even go online and search, you will see that there are so many organizations, private sectors, the NHS, and like I said, the hospitals, you know, they are looking for them. What are you waiting for? Go and do your research into all these degrees that I have mentioned, because it's an eye-opener, even if you don't want to study them. But I think it's good to know that some of these exist. If not for you, maybe for your kids, you can discuss it. I'm sure some of us that are mothers, like, we don't know what this degree. Your child coming to you that I want to study audiology, and you'll be like, audiology? What do you use audiology to do? You understand? You even discourage them. But they are good areas, and it needs to be, you know, people need to explore them. The job is there, because what is the point of going to university? Is it not to get a job, and a good paid job as well? Try and look into it. And with that, we come to the end of today's topic. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and I hope you've learned something from this conversation today. And I will see you again soon. Love you all. Bye.